everybody, Papa Blucher. Today we're gonna ride something special. We're gonna ride the old blue today. Haven't rode it in a little while, so gonna see how it is again. Here's our miles here. I tell you, I love this big display on this. On my jumbo, I can't see the letters hardly. These are nice, so I know what's going on. But let's take a look at the bike here. Still looking good. I got a cord hanging here from recharging my thing here. Set that over here so I don't lose it. But I did put a new crank set on here, a 152 millimeter crank arm, and it's a 52 chain ring, if I remember right. Yeah, it's a 52. So yeah, so that's nice. And I did ride it the other day to test it, but I want to test it here again and see what it's like. So we're going to take it out and see what it's like today. Last time I rode it, I really liked it because it shortened my leg, my stroke, and it really made a difference. And I actually got a 140 on order for my jumbo. Probably by the time you see this, I'll have it, but yeah. So let's get going here. Yeah, you can really tell the difference. I got 165, I think, on my jumbo, and the 152, it's really, it just feels so much better for my short legs. So I can't wait till I get the 140 so I can try them out. That's gonna be neat. Yeah, it looks like the farmer mowed by the road here. I'm happy he did that, so I don't have to. But yeah, I really like this shorter cranks. I really like the way it feels. You know, I put these Heb Allscapes on here and they got about 5,000 miles on them, but the front, probably can't see it in the video, but it still has the nibs on it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get a lot of miles out of these. But we'll probably ride around 50 miles a day. It's a lot windier than what I thought. So hopefully this audio turns out. I did bring my DJI mics today, so that should help a lot. Yeah, on my jumbo, I got a 56 chain ring. This is a 52. You can tell the difference, but with the shorter cranks, it feels almost the same. I mean, I am pedaling just a little faster. But speaking of that, I asked ChatGPT if I put shorter cranks, if my legs would move faster. It said, yeah. Oh, look at the horses. But I don't think that's true. I don't think your legs move faster with shorter cranks because the chain ring is still the same. So if the chain ring is the same size, your legs are just not traveling as far around, but the speed should be the same. If you know the answer to that, help me out with this. I still think they go the same speed. Because if the crank was a foot longer, you'd be spinning around faster, you'd have further to go. So making them shorter should make your legs slow, or seem to slow anyways. Okay, all the pine cones are off of this road here, so maybe this is open now from cars going through. Anyways, I don't know, I can't wrap my mind around it. I know putting a smaller chain ring makes your legs go around faster. That's why we put bigger chain rings. But yeah, let's see what this is like up here. The other day I come up here and I knew there was a tree across the road. Looks like they're up here fixing it now. So tomorrow that should be fixed. Then I can go on my regular route like I like to. The other day I was almost out of battery and I come around there and I rode up and down the road to get the rest of my miles in, not knowing that the road was blocked ahead. And when I got up there, it was blocked, and so I had to go around and had a little bit of range anxiety. But I made it. The jumbo has a little battery on the display, and those battery things don't seem to be very accurate because all the ones I've had, they're not very accurate. Anyway, it just starts to blink, you know, and you start getting range anxiety. I probably had 10 miles I could still ride, but just that thing blinking all the time. Where this one's got these little hash marks. And I've learned after riding 14,000 miles just how far I can go. And just so you know, I've never had either this one or the other Philodo go dead. What they do is the battery wears down, it takes away the power. So eventually it's all you, you know, and so it never actually runs all the way out. And the little terriers, you almost caught me today. Got a headwind here, it's hard to build up speed. Almost got there. Those doggies that look almost like the one I used to have when I was back in the military. My little puppy dog. Oh, it's about 76 degrees out here, I think, today. So it's actually a pretty nice day. Other than the wind, you can see the wind's blowing. Pretty good there. Well, I gotta try to get ahead of this guy spraying in this field here. Get up here before he starts. If you can see him up there. Well, I don't smell anything, so hopefully I made it. Just run into another one of those sprayers. Must be going over there to help them. Well, let's see what the water looks like here today. The other day it was over the banks just about. A lot further down than it was. But I've seen this. This has gotten 4 foot high out here where I'm at right now in water. Needless to say, I wasn't riding through here then. Okay, getting back to the crank thing. Whatever size the chainring is, your pedals are going to end up in the same spot at the same time, no matter how long they are. If it's a foot long or 6 inches long, one revolution is one revolution. Now, the further you have to go around a bigger circle, so that would make your feet go faster. So putting shorter cranks on, all things being equal, in my mind, it'll make your feet go a little slower because the circle that you're going around is not as big as it was before. Hope that makes sense. At least that's the way I see it. The main thing you lose when you shorten the cranks is you lose leverage, you know. Just like, you know, bigger a lever can move bigger things. Well, the longer your cranks are, the more leverage you got. But with an e-bike, I really don't think it matters a whole lot unless you do some really aggressive riding. You know, because of my back issues, I can't get that aggressive. With an e-bike, I don't think it matters a whole lot, especially for casual riding. If you're just pedaling, if you're gonna get really aggressive, you know, like off-road stuff and like stuff like that, well then, yeah, it would make a difference. But as far as pedaling on my e-bike, I really don't notice that much of a difference other than my legs don't have to go further around. So I'm real happy with it. I can't wait till I get the 140s in so I can see what they're like. Someone said it would be like putting kid cranks on your bike. I said, well, I'm just nothing but a big kid anyways. I'm really short, so it takes a lot for it to even out for you tall people. You know, your 175s are probably at a better advantage than the 150s or the 140s are for me being short. Speaking of my back, I think it's getting better. You know, there's days where I can sit in the chair for hours and not have pain or not have a whole lot of pain. For a while there, I couldn't get in any position and be out of pain. So in that regard, it seems to be getting just a little better. Now, I do notice after 14,000 miles that my motors are starting to get a little louder. Ain't nothing drastic, but I can tell it from my jumbo. So I'm gonna probably grease my motors here real soon. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Gonna see how big of a deal it is. At least the front one. don't know if I want to take the back one off because that's kind of a pain until I change the tire, so we'll see. Bigfoot! Bigfoot! First time I saw him. Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of talk lately about what the budget e-bike is the best for these all-wheel drives. You know, there is quite a few of them that are made very similar, but I think the proof's in the pudding here. How many other bikes do you know that have 14,129 miles? I think the Philodo has proved itself. I haven't done any extra maintenance on this. Just your regular stuff, your tires. Still got the original chain. I still got the original brakes. So yeah, it's been really good. So if you're looking for something that holds up very well, I've had really good luck with it. You know, being I got so many videos on it, I hear from people who have had problems, but every one of them just about has said that a Philodo has taken care of them. So that's probably more important than the price of something, and the price of this is pretty hard to beat now. I think I paid $18.99 when I bought this, and I believe it's at $13.99 now, or maybe even less. So yeah, pretty good value if you ask me. How many other bikes you're going to be able to go 14,000 miles and still be going? Like I said earlier, I am going to grease my motors here pretty soon because they're probably about due for it. You can probably hear it a little bit in the background. It's a little bit, you know, noisier now than they were when I bought it, but that's to be expected. I heard someone saying you need to grease these motors every 1,000 miles, and I just think that's crazy. I haven't greased mine at all, I hadn't had no problem. So most people will never put enough miles on it to even have to grease them. I mean, you know, the average person on a bike like this is not going to put 14,000 miles on it. I've seen people do their 1 year review, you know, and they got 500 miles or something, you know. And I can do that in 10 days, so. But I'm kind of crazy, you know. But I love to ride. And with my dual battery on here, I can ride. I can put the miles on it. Well, they're fixing to build a house here. I wonder what it's going to be like. Looks like they're fixing to build one over here, too. Oh, this looks like going back to an old friend here, riding Old Blue. It just feels a little different than the Jumbo for some reason. How the frame is made or something. Of course, after riding it for 14,000 miles, I'm kind of used to it. Yeah, I seen they had this power back hooked up here after 4 days. And so the other was after 5 days, so wow. Sure hate to be the people who didn't have power. I seen a hat going across the field there. I didn't know what it was at first. I could tell it wasn't on the road, and it's on the other side of the road. All I could see was a hat going by. Guys out there probably seeing how much moisture's in the field. See if he can get out there and get it farmed. Oh, it looks like they already have soybean in it. Probably just checking things out. It's pretty nice today. I'm still riding in the afternoon because 76, that's no problem. Even 86 is no problem. I'm used to riding in the heat. When it gets in the 90s, then I'm starting to think about going in the morning. It all depends. I'd rather ride in the heat than the cold. A lot of these driveways, they get washed right out in the road. There's one up here, it's really bad. See how bad this one is? I think if it was that bad for me, I'd concrete it halfway up or something. 'Cause that'd get old. Putting gravel on the driveway and have it end up in the street all the time. Well, there's where we're at right now. 14,136. Whew, yeah, this bike's been nice. I remember I was looking at the E-Cells, a Super Monarch, and It was about 5,500 or something like that, and I thought, man, sure looks like a nice bike, but that's expensive. And I seen this one for $18.99 or something like that. And I went to my wife and said, I want that. And she said, go for it. So, and the rest is history. She felt sorry for me riding my ecotric. You know, my batteries were down. I was only getting like 8 miles on my batteries. I had like 3 different batteries and all of them were shot. I got a snake crossing the road there. Woohoo! Looked like a rat snake or something. But she felt sorry for me, so she said I could get it, and yeah. About this time last year, I think I had probably 3,000 miles on it, so I put a lot of miles on it in the short time I had it. Well, hopefully the farmer's all done spraying up here, or moved off a ways. Yeah, it looks like he's way over there. So I should be all right. I do smell it though. Yeah. Hate that. Don't like smelling that stuff. I got the wind riding mostly at my back now, so it's really nice. Yeah, it's just like riding old times. You know, you never forget, I guess. Especially when you've ridden 14,000 miles with it. So it just feels like it's always felt. Anyways, had to be quiet there because there's dogs. But yeah. Studebaker hog back there. Most people probably never even heard of the Studebaker. That car was way ahead of its time. Yeah, there's where we're at. Yeah, I like these little ears on here. Makes it really nice when you ride one hand and it gives you a little bit more leverage. My Jumbo don't have that. The Jumbo's just straight ones. But I like the ones with the ears. Well, there's where we ended up. 52 miles. Took a little under 2 hours. Total of 14,146. Yeah. That's cool. Well, thanks for riding along with me today. It's a nice ride on Old Blue. And yeah, keep racking up the miles on it and see how far we can go. So stay tuned. I'm thinking I'll probably get both of them to 15,000 by the end of the year, as long as my back holds out. So we'll see. But that's a pretty lofty goal at this point. Alrighty, well, thanks for riding with me. Goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you.